How many times in your life do you find yourself in a place where you're almost ready to step forward? You know what you need to do, but then there's a voice in your head that tells you, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not capable of this. Maybe I'm making the wrong decision. What if this doesn't work out? What if I fail? I don't find success? What if nobody appreciates me? What if people don't accept me? And then you start postponing your action. You start burying your decision under layers of self-doubt. This is how self-doubt feels for people. And I am here to tell you that self-doubt is not something that you have to fear. Self-doubt is not something that you have to allow to hold yourself back. Self-doubt is giving you the gateway to walk through into your best version. Treat it as a signal for you to develop your self-trust in a deeper way. Let self-doubt not hold you back, but plunge you forward into what you always wanted to do, which you know deep in your heart. Self-trust is not built overnight. It is built through moments of doubting ourselves, of making one wrong choice, of making a decision that we've learned from. It is built in moments where we see that we are able to handle life. That even if life breaks us, we still rise above. So self-doubt, no matter how strong it feels, it is inviting you. It is inviting you to step forward and build your trust in yourself. And how do you do that? Let's break this down. How do you actually build trust in yourself? So I have a formula which is T.R.U.S.T, trust, that helps you build your self-trust. But before I simplify it for you, let's question, what is self-trust? Is self-trust the ability to make right decisions all the time? No. Life is made up of all kinds of decisions. The seemingly right ones and the seemingly wrong ones that we've learned from. Self-trust is not making the right decisions all the time, of never being wrong, of always knowing what to do and having complete clarity 24/7, 365 days a year, and never feeling that emotion of doubt again. Self-doubt means that you trust yourself enough to handle the outcome of your choices, to handle life. That is what self-trust is. And that is what translates into confidence. So if you want to build your self-trust, start today. Let these moments of doubt be your stepping board. And use my framework, TRUST. So let's start. T is trace the doubt. Trace the doubt back to its origin. Self-doubt is not something that appears overnight. Self-doubt is actually created in the mind in moments when we have been told that maybe you don't know this, maybe you're not capable enough, you failed in this exam, or perhaps your choice did not result in the outcome of your choice. That's when your mind learns that deciding new things, approaching new things, should always be done with fear. Because your mind is not designed to build self-trust or build self-confidence. It's designed to keep you safe. It's designed to avoid the risks, the perceived risks of the future. So the moment you try to step into something unfamiliar, it brings up all those past experiences selectively where things didn't go as planned or you were questioned, and then replays it to convince you that maybe it's risky to take this step, this direction. But it's only feeding you what's happened in the past. It has no way of telling what is going to happen in the future. The only way of knowing is doing it. And guess who is going to do it? You. The only person who can know what is going to happen is the person who actually takes the steps towards it. The only way to know is to actually do it. So trace the origins of doubt back to where it started from. And this will develop your awareness. That's why we are doing it. To help you become more aware of what is actually holding you back, so that you start to see the pattern. And then R is for read the story. So whenever there is a voice in our head telling us to stop and pause and reevaluate and doubt ourselves, it's telling you a story. It's associating this present situation with a story in the past. And it concludes that maybe you're not capable enough, maybe you don't know actually. You should look for others for answers. You should ask others for reassurance in your decisions. And that's how self-doubt forms. The problem is that we start believing in the story, even though it is a false selective story that our brain replays for us. And we forget about all those times when we actually made good choices and only selectively play when we made the seemingly not so great ones. There's nothing wrong with making a wrong choice. There is no wrong choice. It's only learning. You are always allowed to change. You are always allowed to change. So, read the story, but don't believe in it. You understand the fear. All of the story that the mind is replaying is associated with a fear. The fear of failure, the fear of maybe I'm not enough, maybe I won't be accepted, the fear of rejection. And fear is what is driving your current action. So the moment you bring awareness to the fear, it loses its grip. It loses its control over you. You no longer operate from a place of fear because you know that it's simply a story that's being told to you. It's just a limitation of your mind that you're working with. S. Step forward anyway. The number one way to build self-trust is to take small steps in the direction that you're aligned with, and take small steps consistently. Even if fear is present, even if doubt is presenting itself in whatever form or story to you, you don't believe in it. You let it be, but you still step forward. Small steps, smallest aligned steps performed consistently will actually take you towards your goal and build your self-trust. Because when we do that, we are giving the signal to our brain that it's safe. It's safe for us. And that voice in your head starts to loosen up. So your self-doubt becomes your self-trust. And self-trust doesn't mean that you will never have any doubt ever in your life. You still may have it. Everybody does. But it's a choice. Do you choose to believe in the story that your mind is telling you, or you choose to believe in your inner knowing, in yourself? That is what we are trying to develop. And then T. Trust the process. Trust the process of building your self-trust, of you going where you are meant to go. Trust the process of life. Let life take you where you are meant to be. Stop holding yourself back. Stop letting fear, your self-doubt dictate how you're going to show up for what you want to. So, when you start doing this, then you slowly start to trust yourself more. You believe in yourself more. You develop your confidence. And that's when things start to feel a little easier for you. So today, start working on your self-trust. Take your doubts as a signal to actually work on yourself deeper. To let yourself build that trust that you've been waiting for all your life. And that's when you start to believe in yourself more than you believe in others' opinions, in validation, in reassurance, in the story, in the doubt, in whatever else that is keeping you away from your own self. Because guess what? This is your path. This is your story. And no one else gets to write it but you. So take the pen in your hand and start to write the most amazing story of your life. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose your self-trust. I hope this helps you. If you want to work with self-trust in a deeper way, if you're struggling with really understanding how do you move through all of these stages, how do you actually start building self-trust, there's a particular situation that you need help with, you can find everything on my website. And in fact, you can also download my Life Clarity Guide that will help you do that exactly in the most amazing way. As always, spread the love, be the light. Thank you.